Okay. We're back for another Genshin Tuesday. Today I think we're gonna do... Where isn't he now? Let's see if we can make any of these first. We need to make 5 mist veiled gold elixirs. So we'll go to a crafting table. Liyue is the best place, but I don't want a pin here. Thank you. Mist veiled gold elixir. Okay. Alright, so mist veiled gold elixir. We need 5 of them. Oh, Russell, we don't need to do that domain today. We have enough. What's your weapon at? Let's see if we can get 2 levels. Lovely jubbly. Perfect. Okay, who else do we need to work on? We need to work on this guy. He's like level 20. He needs the chicken, but we need hero wits. How long is left on this? 12 days. How long is left on this? 5 days. I need to get start this soon. Test run. Oh, you know what? I should do these. Hey, Erin. Yeah, me too. On my main account, I got the wings. It's really nice. I just wanted them for her, really. They really suit her. On this account, I haven't even unlocked the Sumeru dailies or the weeklies. I'm still stuck in Azuma. Well, dailies I'm doing here in Liyue. I wasn't really rushing it on my main account. I just did my weeklies and a bit of questing. Like I did the Archon quest, the Aranara quest, but incomplete Aranara quest. I haven't quite finished the Archon quest either because Nilao's story quest was blocking me. So I guess it's just from the exploration. Oh, it's the wrong account. But my exploration, I don't have 100% in any region in Sumeru. I don't know what I'm going to do with my resin today. Ooh, decisions. Let's just do the new domain. I think I need a EM sands for her still. Where's the sands? That's the goblet. Yeah, we need a one, but this has got 70 EM on it. However, I'm going to give this to Tignari as a hand-me-down once I do drop an EM sands. Yeah, that's how I am. Right? I suspected as much that your phone should be capable of running it very smoothly, but it's just not fun to play with a touchscreen. If they put controller support on for Android like they have on iOS, I would be happy to, you know, like pick it up and play on the couch with the controller. But however, we don't have that luxury on Android. Oh, I don't want to take this team. Sorry. I just find it too difficult to do the combat. I don't know how people play on mobile devices as their main device. I guess if you started playing on a mobile device, it'll be a lot easier than if you're coming to it from playing like with us. Or for me, it's keyboard and mouse, but I can use a controller. My wife, when she used to play this used to be her account, right? And when she used to play, she used to use a Xbox 360 controller on her PC. I've got the Xbox One controller for my PC, so certain games I will use the controller for. Single player games, something like Spider-Man Remastered. I've been playing a bit of that. Well, a few weeks ago, a few months ago maybe now, and that I use the controller. But certain games I just can't use controller with. And touchscreen, God, I can't play anything except like Candy Crush maybe. Let's start this. Yeah, Candy Crush. I was like, I got stuck abroad in 2020 when the pandemic kicked off, and I was with my family, and so all I had was my phone and a tablet to play mobile games on, and I hated using the touchscreen, and then luckily one day when my wife was out shopping, she found a shop that had like Bluetooth controllers, and she got me one. And I was in so much, I was like in heaven, right? I could finally do PvP and be effective rather than trying to swipe and touch things and stuff. Yeah, I don't think you should. I mean, I think my install of Genshin on my phone is like 22 gigs, so it's quite hefty. So, but I mean, specs wise, I think that phone should be fine to actually run it. You know, like hardware, like without lag and low FPS. I think the performance is going to be pretty similar to the phone I've got. Like those mid-range phones, they're pretty good nowadays. In terms of sort of gaming performance, at least. Definitely don't have all the bells and whistles of flagships, but you know, like we talked about the other day, I think a lot of people get caught up in the excitement of, oh, I've got the latest phone, right, and I can show it off to people, whereas they don't have a use case scenario. What's your use case scenario? Are you going to use all the features on that phone? Then it's probably worth the money to you. If you just got it because, you know, you like to say, oh, I've got the latest, I don't think it's worth getting a flagship. I used to get the flagship phones like a few years ago, but just not worth it. Especially on contract, when you end up over the course of 2 years paying, you know, a good chunk more than you would have if you just bought the phone outright. But each to their own, you know, we're all different. I've got one friend who's really into having the latest gadget, so he always has the latest phone, and it must have been about like 7 years ago or something. I just started getting a bit like disappointed with him showing me a new phone every year. I was like, dude, like, well, you're just wasting money. What can this one do that the last one you had can't do, and do you use those features? And often the answer is no. And you're just like, well, it's your money. If you want to, you know, throw it away, by all means. Yes, that's what I do with my SD card. It's for photos, videos, and like same with you. Anything I download, I will Pyro. Is that going to be useful for anyone? No. I think that's the best way to do it, because then you can, you know, like literally pop out your SD card, put it in an SD reader, and you can transfer your files to a computer, like have them permanently. Well, permanently. I say permanently. Have them backed up. But then again, nowadays we've got Google Photos, haven't we? What's it called? I get all my photos back themselves up to Google there.
Wings of darkness, come, the temple of wisdom. Rain cutter, know my sword.
Alright, let's do this.
I am getting too sick of it.
Come on, Snake, get your burst up. Probably not going to need it now. Right, let's go. Come on, please give me EM Sands on Deepwood set. It's not even the Deepwood set. And it's an attack goblet and a defense hat. Alright, we've got one more run. One more run. You know what I did with our old SD cards for my wife and my old phone? I've got, they're not on my desk, I've got a couple of retro handhelds, you know, like the China ones, and they take SD cards. I put those in there and filled them up with ROMs from old arcade games I used to play back in the day. So they just got recycled, basically. And now, like, my old phone's still in its old box, just sitting there not doing anything, but my wife's one, we use it like for the kid, for us kid to play, like, you know, like mobile games like Sonic Dash, where you're just swiping left and right to go left and right, that sort of thing. Oh man, the game's not been good to me. Not getting that EM sands. Unfortunate. It's so dark here because it's heavy rain today we've got here in London. The usual London weather. Alright, artifacts. Seeing as we didn't get what we wanted, let's take this all the way up. I hope this will get another roll into EM. That would be really nice. Can give us 5 times bonus. No. 5 times bonus. Alright, don't need the bonus now. No, we went into flat attack. Alright, fair enough. What else was it? This needs going up. I might as well not do that and save what little more I have at the moment. Yeah, that's good. You can mix it up and have different ones on different SD cards. I've actually got that, like the similar thing for my retro handhelds. But you can, the operating systems for them boot off an SD card, so they have 2 separate micro SD cards. One where you store your games, your ROMs, and one that has the operating system. And some of these handhelds can have different operating systems. So I've got 3 SD cards with 3 different operating systems that I can switch between, because some of them run some emulators better than others for certain games, and then the game library just stays on one SD card. They're pretty cool little devices. Alright, we got to do dailies. Let's do dailies. Yeah, go. I've never been to Hong Kong. I've got friends that live in Hong Kong that used to live here, like kind of like me. They were like British but Chinese, basically, you know, sort of grew up together from back in the day. But now 2 of them live out there, married with kids out there. One of them's actually a game developer, funnily enough. He works on mobile games. Yeah, so it might be on my visiting list at some point in my life. Who knows? It'd be nice to catch up with people, and I've always wanted to go to Hong Kong. But then again, I'm not sure now that the CCP's in control. I'd have to like hide my Facebook. I'm quite critical of them on my Facebook. I'm quite critical of any authoritative regime that doesn't give people, you know, what they want, basically. Governments should be there to serve, you know, like the mass of the people rather than their own will. Anyway, I digress. That is quite a lot. I'm lucky I've got, because I'm old, right, I've been downloading MP3s for years, and I think I've got about like 40 gigs worth of music on this PC. Let me just have a look. I can just go to my music folder and have a look how big it is. But about 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago, I had all my music on this hard drive, and I was upgrading my PC, and I took it out of the computer, but I hit it on the side of the case, and it had 80 gigabytes of music, and I lost about 30 gigabytes. It just was unaccessible, but the rest I could salvage. This is 42 gig, 45 gig, 48 gig, 50 gigs. I've got a lot of music. 60 gigs. Maybe I'm back up to 80 gigs now after all those that I lost years ago. 83 gigs, 90. It's still going up. 9700. I'll let that go up and while I climb this wall. And apparently I've got quite a lot of music, but yeah, like I've been downloading MP3s for like, you know, the better part of 20 years. So I got 133 gigabytes of music. That's what happens with me as well. I guess fall out of love, or you know, like when you listen to a song too much and you're like, oh, I've just heard that too much, I don't want to keep hearing it and ruin it even more for myself because I'm not appreciating it anymore. I go through phases with music as well, where like I might, at the minute I'm kind of into like listening to the Genshin soundtrack when I'm out on Spotify on my phone, but yeah, sometimes I'll be like in the mood for like 80s rock, sometimes I'll be in the mood for like J-pop, sometimes I'll be in the mood for like hip-hop, you know, just whatever my mood is. Don't hit me. Alright. Hello Mixaka, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Alright, let's go this way. Okay, where's the daily? It's over this way. Yeah, sure. What is your question? If I can answer it, I might not have an answer. Oh, my cat's is up to mischief. Have I come the wrong way? I know. A bit further on. Oh, sweet chest, I'm not gonna open you. I would say do the quest. So do your Archon, do your story quests first, right? So if you've got like 2 or 3 story quests, do those first, then do the Archon quests, because the Archon quests can get locked behind a story quest. So you might have to finish, say, Amber's story quest before you can do the next part of the Archon quest. The Archon quest is basically the story quest. It'll take you through the whole game, and as you're going through it, I would suggest doing a little bit of exploration. You know, like pick up a few chests. Don't go out of your way to explore every nook and cranny of the map, and that will net you probably the best leveling and resources. The best resources will come from exploration, but in terms of getting other things unlocked, for example, you say you right, next banner we're getting Yamiko, right? Say you pull for her and you get her, well then you can't build her until you get to Inazuma. So, but whereas if you're doing the quests and following them through, Inazuma will unlock. I think it unlocks it like in the 20s. Is it 23? You start AR 23. You start the Leeway Archon quest. So I'm not sure when Inazuma starts. I can't remember. But yeah, like Erin said, I think a bit of both, but you can don't get too kind of tied up in, oh, I must search every hill and find every chest and all that, because you can always come back to those. And it's more fun that way, because then it becomes like a grind, like a chore, like, oh, I've got to clear every area, I want 100% every area. You'll 100% every area eventually anyway, just by playing through the content they give you through quests. So I'm saving my primos for wishes, is that right? Yes. It is right to save them. I think it is better to do a temple as well, because a temple will guarantee you a 4-star, and generally speaking, doing singles is, you feel a bit disappointed because you more than often get one of those crappy 3-star weapons. So yeah, I agree, like save up 1600, do a temple and do it that way. And if you are wishing right now, try and get Nahida, because she will just help your account a lot. She's very good, very broken. Yeah, so I'd just save up to 1600 and then do a temple. Yeah, like Erin's right as well. You got to also factor that in. Do you enjoy how the character plays? Now, you might have a broken character like Nahida, right? But you might not like how she plays in the test run. And then if you do get her, then you're stuck with her, and you've run out of resources for the time being for putting anyone who comes on the next banner. So it's good to like go for the characters you like. For example, like on my main account, right, I got Hu Tao, I got her Staff of Homer. It cost me a lot of resources, and I don't like how she plays. I don't play her, and it was just a total waste of my resources. So yeah, you got to factor that in, like factor in who suits your play style, or a style you would like to play. And it will involve doing a bit of research into team building as well, because this game isn't about a single character's abilities. It's about how the team of four synergize together. And obviously that means that you might have one of the characters in the team, say there's a sub DPS, they might have to be on field for a bit of time, so you have to actually play them rather than just switching to a character, pressing the elemental skill, then switching out. Because that doesn't matter if you don't like the character. It doesn't matter if you're just switching in to do one button press and switching out. But when you have a character who's on field for a lot of the time, obviously if you're not enjoying the gameplay experience, you're gonna just be like, this game's rubbish, or this character's rubbish, and so on. Oh, congratulations, Erin. How am I on this account? I'm at 83 intertwined fates, which is pretty good. I went down to like 50, I think, from 200. But well, who did I get? I got a good amount of characters. I got Nilu, we got Nahida, got not Nilu's weapon, but we got Jade Cutter, which I'm okay with because that has multiple uses. Multiple characters can use it. So I'm quite happy with where I'm at now. The only issue I've got on this account is am I going to win the 50-50 for Yamiko in a few days, because I don't have enough wishes to guarantee, like get her on the guarantee. I used that on Nahida because I lost the 50-50, and then I thought, you know what, she's such a good character, such a broken character, that I'll have her on both accounts and just use different team comps on each account. And also I don't have this guy on my main account, I have Sinnoh, so yeah, I wasn't going to go for Nahida on this account, and I would have easily had enough wishes even if I lost the 50-50. But when I got Nahida on my main account, I started playing, I thought, you know what, she's going to be really good with Sinnoh, and yeah, she's pretty good with him. So it's worked out okay, and I think I'm alright skipping Yamiko again for Nahida, because I don't really like how Yamiko plays, but obviously I want to have the character, right? I want to try and get all the characters between my accounts. Oh, I've got some lag going on. My ping is at 9999. Great. My stream is okay. Alright, let's hand my dailies in. It's more than likely because my family's home today. They're using the internet as well. Like normally I don't have other people using the internet, but it shouldn't be affecting my ping. It's weird. And the weapon banner, the next weapon banner is fire. Got Kagura's Verity and Polar Star, 2 epic weapons. I'm gonna be the same. If I lose the 50-50, Erin, I'm the same. If I win the 50-50, well then, yay! I've got Yamiko. Because I'm also on this account, I'm also trying to save up for Eula. These are the two older characters that I still don't have between my accounts. But I think I'm not going to be able to get Scaramouche next patch on this account, because it's just too close to Christmas, and money gets tight at Christmas, so I don't have spare money to spend on a video game. So I will have to skip Scaramouche, and he looks really good. Sorry, the Wanderer. Let's call him the Wanderer, that's his name. He looks really good. I don't know if you've seen the leaks. He can fly. Like, he's got some verticality, and he can fly around, and he shoots like sword slashes down, even though he's a catalyst user. He looks really fun. But yeah, you just gotta, bide your time sometimes. The characters that are gonna come back round eventually. So yeah, that's it. Just to plan out your account ahead of time. I think I'm all done on this account for today. I'm not going to start the events today on this account. Might do them on my main. Let's switch to my main account. Be right back. got a lot to do on my main account. I've always got a lot to do. Like every day in Genshin, there's just always so much to do because of my limited time I can play every day. Yeah, it's not so much that normally I'm limited. Actually, it's so much that I'm normally with child, and that means constant interruptions where I can't stream. I like to stream while I'm playing Genshin. Like have a chat about the game because there's so much to talk about in Genshin. Let's go. Yeah, so apparently we're getting Raiden Shogun next patch as well. In the second half of the banner, the second banner will be Raiden Shogun. Who was the other one? I can't remember. So my prediction was correct anyway. After Nahida said we're going to get Raiden Shogun, and bang, we have. And that's something I wanted. I wanted C2 and Raiden Shogun, but you know what? I've got to start thinking a bit more like wisely. Why do I need more damage from my Raiden when in Raiden National Team she can clear every floor on floor, every chamber on floor 12? She doesn't need more power. It's just a waste of resources going for constellations. Is it all finished today? Let's have I haven't even started it. God, my ping is really spiking all over the place. Test. Oh, it's this, isn't it? I can't check if it's all unlocked. It must be all unlocked now. It's not been on for more than 5 days. What do we get from it? We get Dory. This. What is this? Decoration. And the crown, of course. This I haven't started either. On either account. This I did this before I wished for it. I wanted to see how she played. Done that. No, these are story quests, and that's that. Okay, let's go and do something with our resin. Just gonna check who needs what. Who needs what? I think her weapon is almost done. That's not even a level. Yeah. I wonder when they're going to give us the second part. Maybe the next patch, if we're lucky. It's funny they did that. It's the first time they've done that with an event, isn't it? Where they to be continued. That's not something we've seen before. Who do I want to work on? Cookie? What? Oh, I can't because I condensed my resin earlier in the morning because on Tuesdays I'm busy in the morning, so I can't do an early stream. But tomorrow I will be doing an early stream, so... Man, my ping is all over the gaff. We'll see how it goes. I'm just going to go to here and try and get some better artifacts. I don't think I've got anything else to use the resin, like condensed resin on. Alright, let's start. Oh, hang on. Let's look at talents. Before we waste resin. I don't really need anything from there. I could just do with better pieces for her, but she's alright. What's her EM? 625. She gets, what, 200 and something from her skill? 6, 7, 8. Still quite. But then she's on the field DPS. That's why I've put... this isn't finished leveling up. I need a better one of these with EM or crit damage, or both on it. These subs are all terrible. This is irreplaceable. It would have been nice if this was EM, but... yeah, that's pretty good for EM, but it's offset, so that's why it's good. This is... It's alright, but I could get a better one. I mean, 47 EM's not that much. It's had, I think, one roll into EM, one roll there, and the rest of the rolls went into there. And here... Yeah, I mean, this could be better, but it's so difficult to, you know, get better pieces. Alright, let's just check everyone's talents. I think we don't need to do anyone's talents either. 4, 9, 10, 8, 9, 8. 199, 697. I mean, I can't do hers because I haven't got the boss drops until next week. Hito's triple crowned. He's alright. He's triple crowned. He's alright. He's alright. He's alright. There's probably only going to be Cookie who I need to invest something into talents. But the problem with that is that I have to level her up first. And I need that ruin snake that's in the chasm. And I don't have original resin. Actually, I could probably do like 2 runs. Yeah, let's go and do the snake first.
Something on your mind?
For Cookie. Because I had some condensed resin left over from yesterday, so I couldn't condense all of my resin this morning. I was on 80, so we can do 2 runs here. I didn't manage to get any of these crystal flies. Great gliding. Alright, Mr. Snake. What's this thing called? A ruined serpent, I think. Yeah, ruined serpent.
Quietly now. Here.
Where are you?
Share my knowledge. Committed to memory. Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over. Rust and reave it. Dance with the waves.
You're almost dead. Where are you? Don't kill my little idiot. All too easy. There's what I'm saying about this game. Once your characters are all sort of built, I don't think you need constellations. Although saying that, you know what I was saying about Hu Tao earlier? If I got C1 on Hu Tao, I would like playing her. The reason I don't like playing Hu Tao is managing her stamina is a pain in the butt. And if I could just dash cancel without it using stamina, which is what C1 gives you, it'd be okay. I don't like having to jump cancel, animation cancel is highly annoying, and I feel too much like I'm a sweaty gamer rather than just playing for fun. Let's do the touring light show. Yeah, that's one constellation I might chase after. Same with Kazaha, I think. If I didn't have well, he's C3 now, but if I didn't have C2, I would probably chase that constellation. But those are like Hu Tao's is about playstyle, and Kaz is about utility. Neither of them are about more damage. Whereas like going for Raiden Shogun C2 is just purely about giving her more damage, and it's just no need. Once you've built her properly, and you've got the rest of the national team built properly as well. I mean, she just spanks really hard already. Good morning, Robbie. How are you doing, mate? Let's go from here. What's good in your world? What's the time now? 1, so was it like 6 AM for you, Robbie? Something like that. Let's fly. And my ping seems to stabilize somewhat. Ooh, what is this daily? Please don't be the chasing the squirrel. Oh, it's the mushroom one. Oh yeah, the holes are... Lol, the AoE took them both out. Make this 3. Fair enough. I thought I didn't get that last one. It looked like it went under the ground. I'm good, thank you. How are you? I'm just the usual, you know, the usual tired. Tired guy. Tired parent.
If the rain washes away the traces, it's gonna set us back a long
Luckily,
way.
my wife took the day off sick today. Well, it's not lucky for her, but it means that my son is upstairs with her at the moment rather than down here pestering me while I try and stream. You know what I did, but I went to sleep late last night, like about 2 hours later than I normally do, because I was watching the new episodes of Bleach on Disney Plus, and I just got really into it, and it's bloody banging. I loved it, but yeah, that's the reason. I slept well. My son stayed in his room as well, which was amazing. It didn't disturb us, but yeah, just my own fault for staying up too late watching anime.
Rebuild.
And then it's really been raining here in London, so like really torrential rain, and that just made taking my kid to school and bringing him back even just, you know, like extra work. Me getting drenched and holding the umbrella over my kids, that sort of thing. What about you, Robbie? What's going on? Those tricks. Where is the daily? Oh, it's over there. It's the old timing fellow. Yeah, I don't know if either of you like watched Bleach back in the day, but I used to. That was literally my favorite anime series, and it got cancelled, and they brought it back now after a number of years just to do the final story arc to finish it off, and they've just done such a good job. They've condensed a lot of the waffle story that was in the manga, and they've streamlined the anime to just make it feel like it's more succinct. The pacing's better, the writing's the same as the manga, but yeah, and the animation's gone up a few pegs as well. Very much enjoying it, and it's good because a new episode comes out every Monday as well. That's why I was watching them yesterday. Have you? Well, you said you liked it the other day. It must be good. Have you finished it yet, or are you still plowing through? Because I've seen there's like there's the debate now. Some, you know, the God of War fans are saying that Elden Ring shouldn't have got Game of the Year, and God of War should have. I'm not sure. I haven't played either of them. They're both like my sort of games that I would like to play. You know, my style of game, my cup of tea, but yeah, who's got the time? I still haven't finished Final Fantasy remake that I bought like almost a year ago. Same with like Spider-Man. What, I haven't remastered, I haven't finished that. I've got to stop getting games because I just don't finish them. You're doing 100%. Good, that's good to hear. Yeah, so you know, don't you? So you've played them both. Okay, in that case, I will take your opinion because I don't have an opinion of my own because I haven't played either of them. The thing with Elden Ring is, right, I understand it's the first kind of open world Dark Souls game, but when I played Dark Souls 2, it was good, right? And then I played Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin, which is what I think I made videos from on my channel. And then after that, when Dark Souls 3 came out, I played a little bit of it, and I didn't feel like I could get into it because it just felt like the same thing, you know? Sort of needlessly hard mobs. And I feel like if you've done one of those games, maybe you don't need other ones. But like I was saying, at least with Elden Ring, there's a difference that it's open world, and that wasn't the case previously. Yeah, the first one on the PC, I tried to play it, but it was such a bad port that I was just having so many graphical issues and terrible lag. I couldn't even get like 30 FPS, and I can't remember what graphics card I had at the time, but a decent one, right? And I couldn't get 30 FPS, and I was just like, what the hell is this? Like, what's going on? Or they capped it at 30 FPS, something like that. And it was juddery and laggy, so I just couldn't play it. But then when Dark Souls 2 came out, the port was very good. So I got into it because this is a bit different, isn't it? You know, it's like a challenging game rather
Thank
than
you for completing today's
something like, and the combat is quite well done. It's slow, but it's quite well done. So I enjoyed it, but then, like I was saying, I think once you've done one of them, you kind of know what you're in store for the next one, and it becomes a bit like a FIFA game or a Madden game or COD, where they're just all a bit the same. So once you've done one, you've done kind of all of them, and you can jump into any of them and pick it up, and that's all right. It's not a bad thing, but at the same time, if you're limited for time like I am, I want fresh experiences when I'm playing a game rather than something feeling like, you know, a rehash or mechanics that I've seen before, things I've experienced before. Alright, resin, let's go and do something with the resin. What should we do? Let's go to do the domain, I guess. Got nothing else to do. God of War, though, I've never played any of them. Not a single one. Watched one of my mates play quite a few different versions of them from PS2 onwards, because he really got into them. Oh yeah, I'll do the serpent after. Let's do our runs here, and we'll go and do the serpent after. Yes, I do. I have the wings. They're very pretty. They really suit Nahida. I put them on my venti as well. Where are they? If I can glide. There they are. You know what's funny with the God of War games? So this seems like a really minor peeve, right? And it would only come from someone who looks like me, who has no hair. It would like with the protagonist is a bald guy. So few games, right? You get the hero being a bald guy. Bald guys are always like the villains in movies and video games and all this shit. So when I saw it, I was like, finally, like a bald role model, right? Like a positive role model. Well, maybe I don't know how positive he is. I don't know his character, but he's the hero, right, of the game.
Now you're testing my patience.
It looks very good. I think if I was to start playing the God of Wars, I'd probably play the remake of the first one, whatever it's the one that's just God of War, not the Ragnarok, because that's on PC too. Oh my days, this is perfect. Obviously these are crap, but these are two that I want on this. This replaces the crap one I've got on her at the moment. Oh, this is not bad either. This is what I do, Erin, as well. Before Sumeru came out, on this account I was doing Mondstadt dailies, because I still need to finish off, you know, the guy in the cathedral, Victor, the Fatui guy. I've got like the last part of that to do, but the problem is you have to select there's three different options, right, and you have to do all three of them, and because you get that quest so infrequently, I've forgotten which ones I've chosen and which ones I haven't, so I've had to start from the beginning again, just do them in order of like list going down. And I was there for ages. I didn't manage to finish it, but I probably will go back to Mondstadt once I've, you know, done everything in Sumeru. Dude, I don't mind defense percent if the other stats are good. If it's flat defense, then I'm really not going to be happy. Well, then I just wasted your burst anyway, sorry. Alright, what are we gonna get? Defense percent, you're saying, Robbie? On a goblet as well. I mean, that's alright, because who's gonna use defense percent goblet? Maybe Yunjin, but I mean, she's not gonna use this set, so I don't mind it being on a goblet. That's fine. Oh really? So you need to do something in Azuma for the next one to appear in Sumeru. Okay, I didn't know that. I think I've got everything done in Sumeru. I'm not certain though. Oh, it's not hitting them. Like literally every hit that she can take, she's taking. It's a good thing these HP scaling characters have so much health. You can tank all the damage. Right, what we got? What we got? What we got? Attack sands, HP sands. I think all my luck went on those first two runs there. Oh, sorry, the first two drops there. Ah, I think I put them on Sucrose as well. Let's have a look. I think I did. I was doing, you know, like when you get new wings and you go through all the characters seeing, yeah, they're on her already. Robbie, we share the same opinion. Yeah, you're right. I was going through the characters, having a look at their colour schemes, thinking, who can these wings look good on? They don't look that great on Venti, but I still think they look better than the Mondstadt wings. Because the Mondstadt wings are just a total different colour scheme to Venti's. I didn't mark them, silly me. Oh gosh, you're gonna die. I wasted your burst again. Alright, let's just hit on Nahido a bit, because she's taking a lot of damage. Lovely jubbly. And we get... Meh. Unfortunately, Erin, I've only got Tignari on my alternate account, and so I lost the 50-50 on Nahido and got Tignari, so I wasn't too fussed because there's another character I didn't have on either account. But yeah, to unlock the reputation system on that account, I'm still on the 2.8 Archon quest, the Chasm one. I haven't started that, so that's a lot of Archon quests to do before I'm going to be able to unlock the Suru wings for my Tignari. A long time it's going to be. It's the same with my Nahido on that account. Her talents are going to stay at level 6 for ages, because I'm not planning to do the Archon quests anytime soon to unlock Scaramouche boss. Like, she's fine with level 6 talents, I think, for off-field, which is her purpose on that account. Do they? I've left the original, you know, like the crappy looking black wings on Cookie, just because she's kind of got the black ninja colour scheme. Oh, 3 drops. Nothing good. Alright, let's go and do that snake. And then, I'm not sure. Where are you, snaky boy? Snakey, snakey, snakey. Yeah, I think they would suit him, Tignari. Definitely. I've put the on that account I'm really limited for weapons, but I've got all of the BP weapons. So I've put the Viridescent Hunt on him, and that colour scheme suits him as well. Might not be the best weapon for him, but I just don't have options on that account. Not really anything else that I can put on him. It's either Favbo or Viridescent. I think Viridescent's a better stat stick, considering his burst cost isn't 80. He doesn't need ER.
Busted. Allow me. With all my strength. Growl.
Game's up. Fun's over.
Billowing surge.
Where's he gone?
This may hurt a little. All eyes on me. Here.
Alright. I'm not keen on... Oh, we got one of these and 3 drops. I'm not keen on Barbara's outfit. I think that's the kind of problem on either of them. I don't really like the swimsuit ones, but her main outfit's a bit meh. Alright, so let's have a look at Cookie. Where are you? How many more drops do we need to send you? Alright, so we need 11 more drops. Oh my god, a lot of Naku weeds. And I've got to farm some spectres. And Nahida. We got anything for you? Oh, it's so close to 87. Let's go and see Blacksmith. Yeah, I agree, Erin. But you know what I think the problem is with wings? Is if you look at the alpha footage of Genshin, the wings were actual gliders, you know, like a hand glider. Well, they started off, the original one was like a piece of cloth that was held, the characters held it above their head like that and glided. And they changed because they got feedback saying we want wings. And obviously, if you do your beta testing in Asia, right, everyone's going to want wings rather than gliders, but that's why they're still called wing gliders as well, instead of being, you know, they should have just changed the names to, I don't know, wings, because they're wings, right? So I think their production is a bit behind on making, like, wings, extra wings, basically. They probably had, like, a year or two's worth of the actual gliders ready, and then right before release they changed it. So yeah, they're probably just a bit behind on production of the wings. Where are we going, Simmer? It's funny when you think about, even from a monetization point of view, right? We've got skins now, finally, and look how slow they are releasing skins. And they could do the same with wings. You could put premium wings on there. I used to play Aeon, the MMO, when it was good, not now it's crap, when it first released. And there was a similar thing where there were cash shop wings that were better. Well, in that game, wings had stats though, so that was slightly different. But they could do that. They could monetize so many things, aside from the things that they currently monetize. And I've got a feeling they are going to, in a year or two, once they flesh the game out a bit more. I think a lot of people would, Robbie. And imagine they had the actual hang gliders as well. So instead of wings, you could get real gliders as well, because they must have some of that already produced, right? The 3D models, the textures, the mechanics of how they interact with characters, all of that stuff. Yeah, we talked about this, I think, before, Robbie, about the things that they could monetize. And there's so many things, like they could monetize, say, giving you a special stone that lets you take the appearance of one weapon and put it on another. Or you could do it with wings, one set of wings and put it on another. So, you know, that sort of thing. There's so many avenues for monetization, and they've obviously thought about all of this, right? So there's not a small company, there's $1 billion company. And so I don't think they're not doing it for like a reason to stop them making money. I think they're doing it, they're holding it off, because, you know, like the wings that we got free last year for the anniversary. Where are they? I'll try and I can just look anywhere, can't I? What are they called? These ones, right? They were already made, and they were going to be part of a pack that you got other things like furniture and stuff, all related to musical instruments, right? So what was that pack originally going to be? All we know is it was a pack. So they were thinking about it must have been to sell, right? So you get some wings, you get some other stuff to go in your house, some other stuff that's all got this same kind of musical stylization going on. But then because everyone was pissed at them for giving us bad rewards, they just broke that pack down into different components and they gave us these free. So that means that they've had ideas for monetization, but perhaps because of the backlash that happened during first anniversary, they thought, all right, let's not push more monetization now because everyone's pissed at us. Let's wait a little bit. And I think that's what they're doing in general. You know, like that interview that we had recently where they said they're not going to put any in-game combat content that's like Spiral Abyss in the game. As I told you, Robbie, my opinion of that is that they're not going to do that now, but give it 2 years or so. Once they've added other features into the game, you could argue they've been doing that since the game released. Because look, we didn't have the teapot, we didn't have I can't remember what else. There's other things that they've added to the fishing, right? These sorts of things weren't part of the base game. And also, while the end game for combat stayed the same, Spiral Abyss, all of these other things that you can do in the game have been added. So I think once they do that, so once they add all these other quality of life, not quality of life, but things to do in the game that aren't combat related, then they'll go back to combat, add a new thing in there, and then I think they're going to start monetizing other things once the game's a bit more fleshed out. I still think Genshin is like a game that's in beta. I don't feel like it's even halfway near complete.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, I didn't know there's a next gen. Are they doing anything special with it? Have they added like ray tracing to it, or is it just higher resolutions? Is it just like the PC version, basically? Higher resolutions, higher quality, graphics quality, and obviously 60 frames per second or higher. I did like The Witcher 3 bit. I gotta say, I prefer The Witcher 2. I think The Witcher 2 is a far superior story, but the gameplay's better in Witcher 3. Witcher 2 was a bit clunky. Yeah, blacksmith, that's what I wanted. I don't know where I'm going. I would love if they did a update the Witcher 2. Because did you hear we're gonna get, they're remaking, not rebooting, not remastering, they're remaking The Witcher 1. Because I don't know if you guys played it, it was PC only, and it was so annoying to control. You know, like how you move with WASD keys in a normal game like this. So W's forward, S is back, A. How you moved in that was you'd held down a mouse button, and you had to keep scrolling your mouse like that to go in that direction, and it was so annoying to play that I couldn't finish the game. I hated it. Just the control scheme. So, and they're going to put like Witcher 2 and Witcher 3 control scheme into a remake of Witcher 1, which is going to be great. And then we're getting a new trilogy of Witcher games, aren't we? They're going to have a whole new trilogy set after The Witcher 3. So let's see, because I've lost a bit of faith in CD Projekt Red after the debacle that was Cyberpunk. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen with that studio, because Cyberpunk was a huge letdown for me. It promised so many features that just weren't in the game, and I was just like, this is just like a standard RPG with a nice setting, right? Nice looking Cyberpunk universe, but it was boring as F. Oh, that's good, Erin. So you get things from the series as well. Did you guys hear that Henry Cavill's not going to be playing Geralt anymore? Liam Hemsworth is going to take over. I don't think I'm going to keep watching the series, to be honest. I don't rate Liam Hemsworth as a very good actor. His brother's a bit better. He's got more range, but I like Henry Cavill. He did the you know that grunt that Geralt does. He did it really well. I was convinced that this is Geralt. Oh, blacksmith. I keep not going to him. Go past him and don't get him to make me things. It was a nightmare, but you can probably find it on Google and have a watch. And it was just hugely annoying. And I found it really annoying because everyone was saying it was a great RPG, and there probably was a great RPG hidden behind this terrible control scheme that I just could not deal with. So I'm glad they're remaking, because finally I get to play the first one. But yeah, I still think right now, of the two I've played, number 2 is definitely, I find it more, I think it was more entertaining, because you know, that period of RPGs would give you multiple endings, so like different branching choices from your dialogue options would lead to big changes in what you see further on, so you'd go back and play it again to go through, or at least have a save point before a pivotal moment, and then go back and do it another way, right? So I ended up doing that game I think 3 times, and I was in the midst of doing my 4th run on it, I loved every bit. And the changes that got made to the world and the story were huge. They weren't just like, you know, like in Genshin, doesn't matter which option you pick, nothing changes. But in Witcher 2, literally, like, kingdoms would fall, and or, you know, main characters would die, and things you didn't expect happening would happen just by one choice of dialogue, or maybe one string of dialogue choices that would lead you down that certain thing happening. It was great fun. It's just, you know what's I find a shame about it is, I'll give it a try, Erin, but I don't think I'm going to like the change. What is a shame is the first season of that show shouldn't have done, you know, like where things were out of timeline. So they're showing some things in the future, then now, and then in the past, and it was a big jumble. And unfortunately, that made it a hard watch, season 1. Where season 2, they got it right. It was a really good watch. But then in season 3, then you take Henry Cavill away, and you're like, well, for me, it's a bit like. Plus, where I'm British, I want to support, you know, like, he's a British actor, I want to support my own, that sort of thing. I don't know if, like, Liam Hemsworth's got the screen presence for Geralt, like, you know, like, maybe if he bulks up a bit. He probably will. I'm gonna guess his brother will teach him. You know, like, Thor's arms were massive in the last Thor movie. That Love and Thunder was terrible. I don't know if you guys watched Thor Love and Thunder. It was absolute dog shit. Who the hell made that movie? Actually, I think it was the same guy that made the previous Thor movie. Just, he was given too much free reign. I heard that Wakanda Forever's rubbish as well. It seems like Marvel movies have just gone. The latest Doctor Strange movie, that was rubbish. Like, I just don't really care about Marvel movies anymore. Let's grab this. I should read the Witcher books, to be honest. I've never read them. I'm quite a fan of reading. Don't know if you guys read fantasy books, but yeah, I'm quite a fantasy fan reader. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Maybe some events? We should start this one. Oh, I have done this one. It's the other account I haven't done it on. Okay, here we've done this. Quest. I don't know if I want to start this today. Yeah, I don't want to start this today. Alright, what else can we do? I could go on my NA account. Bore you guys with how long it takes me to do dailies. It's so funny. It takes me, not dailies, ley lines, because I can't condense resin yet. I have to like keep going through 20 resin. I'm just, you know what it is, probably it's where my wife and kid at home. I'm just thinking, maybe I should like do a short stream now, and kind of end it now. This is what I'm thinking. And also in the back of my mind, I'm thinking I could probably get like the deluxe story quest done on my NA account and upload that video today. We won't know if you can. No. Is the consensus generally that people don't want Liam then? I don't know what the opinion is of the general opinion, but my personal opinion was I was happy with Henry Cavill, and like I said, and finally in season 2 it was an easy watch and it was a good watch. Season 1 was a bit of hard work to watch and remember where things were happening and timeline wise and stuff. I wasn't convinced with Yennefer. I'm still not really convinced with the actress playing Yennefer. I don't know. There's something about her that throws me a bit. She's okay, but I just think they could have got better. But yeah, everything else about it, I like the series. I'll give it a try. You know, I mean, we've got Netflix. It comes on Netflix, so I'll have a watch. But I'm not sure I will enjoy it. We'll see. Like you said, like give everyone a go. But my immediate reaction is like everyone else's, who's like, well, we like Henry. But it's understandable, right? Because he's going to be Superman again. Well, he's already in Black Adam, isn't he? At the post-credits scene, Henry Cavill is back as Superman, which I think is fantastic. I was gutted when he stopped playing Superman. I think Man of Steel is a very good Superman movie, but a lot of people disagree with that as well because they don't like the fact that, you know, he kills Zod and stuff, and it's just all the kind of reckless destruction that goes on where Superman's meant to be flying around saving everybody. Everybody matters. But yeah, I still think Henry Cavill's a great Superman. His range as an actor, I'll be honest, isn't huge, right? But for those action stars, I don't think their range needs to be huge. It needs to be just good enough, and Henry Cavill's just good enough to do Superman, to do Geralt. I mean, what else? I saw him in that Sherlock Holmes thing with the girl from Stranger Things, and in Enola Holmes, first one of that. My wife watched it. I'm not really into that, but I was with her, and he was all right there. But you could see that if they'd got an actual actor who has good acting range, they would have portrayed the character in a far superior manner than Cavill did. But yeah, I'm not. I judge based on work, so yeah, we'll give it a try. Let's see what Liam does. See if he does well, or if I just can't stomach him. I think if he bulked up a bit, like his brother did for the Thor movies, a bit more to like Henry Cavill's size. Maybe not quite Henry Cavill's size, because Henry Cavill is quite hench. It would be a bit more, but Liam's like quite thin, isn't he? He's quite like straight and thin. But we'll see. That's a good way to live. Yeah, I think so. Oh, there's a fishing spot here with pufferfish. I never knew that. You know what? I'm not looking forward on my NA account. That fishing for the catch, because I've got my Shangling on there, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to do the fishing for the catch on that account. It's a nightmare. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna end the stream. Just because family's home and stuff. It'll be a short one today. Tomorrow is Wednesday, yeah, so I'll be back in the morning. Definitely for a 2-hour stream tomorrow, because it's the morning shift when I don't have a kid. Hopefully my wife won't be here. I better not let her hear me saying that. Thank you very much for joining, Aaron, Robbie. Yeah, I've been imagining it, Robbie, and I don't want to do it. I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll catch you guys then. Have a great day, and adios.